One of the best places to see how dramatically big storms this winter have changed California's water picture is 3 hours north of the Bay Area in the foothills east of Sacramento Valley. There, Lake Oroville, the second largest reservoir in California and a key component of the state's water system, has undergone a breathtaking transformation. 16 months ago, the reservoir was so parched from severe drought that it was just 22% full. For the first time since it opened in 1967, its power plant had shut down because there wasn't enough water to spin the turbines and generate electricity. Now Oroville Reservoir is 65% full. Since its lowest point on September 30th, 2021, the massive lake's level has risen 182 feet, boosted by 9 atmospheric river storms in January. How much water is that? The lake has increased by 1.5 million acre-feet, adding enough water for the annual needs of 7.5 million people. During the week that began January 9th, the raging storms that soaked California sent 360,000 acre-feet into Oroville, the equivalent of dumping in all of San Francisco's main water supply, Hetch Hetchy Reservoir in Yosemite National Park. Oroville is now at its highest level since May 2020, a few months after the drought began. The expanding water level there and in other reservoirs means cities, farms, and wildlife will have more water this summer. This is a fantastic way to be starting our winter, said Carla Namath, director of the State Department of Water Resources, on Wednesday during a visit to survey the biggest Sierra snowpack in nearly 30 years near Lake Tahoe. But Namath and other water leaders say the state was in a deep hole after 3 years of severe drought and will need more storms in February and March to fill its biggest reservoirs to end the drought. Last year, a wet December gave way to a very dry January, February, and March, bursting hopes the drought was ending. Does our big January actually bust the drought in California? It's too soon to tell, Namath said, adding, I don't want to be the downer here. But I do want to make sure that everyone understands that we need to exercise caution. Built in the 1960s by former Governor Edmund Pat Brown, Oroville Reservoir holds 3.5 million acre-feet when full, enough water for about 18 million people a year. The massive reservoir in Butte County captures water from the Feather River watershed. Its dam is the tallest in the United States. At 770 feet, it towers more than 200 feet higher than the Washington Monument. Shasta Lake, near Redding, is the only larger capacity reservoir in California. Oroville Spillway, an enormous concrete chute as wide as 15 lanes of freeway, famously collapsed during massive storms in 2017. A $1 billion construction project rebuilt it and upgraded the dam. Environmental engineering at UC Davis. That's really good news compared to some of the drought years of the past.